Hello everyone, my name's Cole and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we're going to continue working on our large ship carrier as we've done for the past couple weeks, and we're going to focus specifically on the crew lounge and gym area today like we discussed in the last video. Just a quick update though on some of the building that we did last week. I am going to need to make a change to how the lighting is done out here in the hallway. The style of having the lights kind of in between the doors, I think it works well for in here in this area, but the way that I've positioned these these lamps right here, they don't look very good right in this spot, and they don't look very good right out here. So that's going to end up being a problem for another day. Lighting this hallway is going to be a fairly significant challenge. I normally in the corridors of my builds, I like to have them open without any no seating areas, no lights or anything like that. So just kind of like flat hallways. But I think we're probably going to have to change that up for this build because we're going to run into a lot of spots where we don't really have space to hide the lighting. So we'll worry about that for another day. We'll go on to the gym and lounge type area. I just wanted to, in case you saw it in the background, I just wanted to point it out that that's not going to stay like that. I'm not gonna not gonna keep the ugly thing. So in here in the crew lounge, this is going to be an area I've done a little bit of planning. So this is going to be an area for like board games and pool and kind of like light leisure activities. There are going to be the holodecks that are going to be down at the back of the hangar bay, but this is just going to be for kind of like small, very small, quiet social gatherings. I've done a little bit of planning in this room, so I know that I want to have the pool table probably up in here, because with a pool table you can hide some lighting, and I know I want to have a seating area over here. So let's go ahead and start building that. Let me throw this in. I guess we'll start it right here. We'll throw that down. And then there, a little table to set your games on or drink or whatever. I'm going to put this red terracotta here. I'm probably going to stick with the color scheme of gray as the primary color and red as the secondary color of the ship. Though if that changes, then these accent blocks will also change. But the more that I build with these two colors, the more that I like it. So I'm probably going to stick with that. All right, we'll put some books here. And we'll put some lighting here on the end. We could actually probably use end rods. Yeah, we'll try that here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with it. I'm not 100% sure if I fully like that, but we can put in some other lighting to help light up this area so that it's not so drab. In between these doors here, I do want to have some lighting. I did some work with the end rods off camera, and I do like this design for lighting, and I may actually put this lighting design out into the hallway. I know in the last episode I mentioned that I don't like the particle effects coming off the end rods, but I think when they're mounted vertically like this, I think that the particles actually work fine. In this room here, we're going to have a button that goes that activates this door, and that's going to be right here. And then we'll have to figure out. We'll have to put the button somewhere else on the side, but it has to be right here because there's nowhere else in the room that we can hide the command block. So it's going to have to go right about here, which means we can put the sign right here. I think I have a sign right here. All right, so we'll write that down, place that down, and put in the word gym. I may go through and adjust that to like gym 2.01 or 2.0a or 01a or something like that, just to help distinguish the rooms, give it more of a spaceship / engineering type feel to it. But for right now, I'll just lay it out as gym. Okay, let's do a drink station here. You probably do 2 blocks. Or sorry, 4 blocks. I mean 2 of these blocks here in the middle. All right, and we'll just put this down temporarily. Now, one of the things with right here, so the way that this spot works right here is this is going to be full straight up to the ceiling like this. And then there'll be a button that goes right here, and inside here will be a command block. And a command block, what it's going to do is it's going to spawn a piece of redstone several blocks below the hangar, and then that's going to activate a series of command blocks, which will get rid of the glass blocks here, and then replace them when a certain amount of time has passed between them. So that button's going to be right there, but unfortunately to hide it, we have to have these kind of sections on everywhere where there's a large door. We're going to have those. These blocks right here. But one of the things this actually allows us to do is hide in some lighting up at the top. So we can just go right here and we can put in a redstone torch. And then that's, because the command block's going to be right here, that's not actually going to interfere with anything. So that's good. So we'll put that back down. And then we may actually be able to get away with putting a block right there. Actually, I'm not going to worry about the hallway right now. The rooms here and the doors for the room, their positioning are not symmetrical between the two sides. So I don't want to actually worry about the outside lamps here for right now. So we'll just put this back right there. All right, and now let's go on and build a pool table. This is a design that I did in my previous ship. So what you do is just put down 4 of these hoppers right here in this order. And then you put down some wooden stairs like this. The wooden stairs allow for light to pass through. And it also gives a bit more of like a legs type effect. And then under the ground right here, we hide in some sea lanterns. And now a cool thing that you can do with to make pool tables in Minecraft is just lay down, not right there, sorry, is lay down some signs just like that. And then we'll put carpet over top. Just like that, and it looks like there's a pool cue actually sitting on the table, which I think is kind of a neat trick. It's something that I discovered years ago. I was reading it on the old Minecraft forums. Not something that I made, or so not something that I discovered, but something that sorry, not something that I personally discovered, but something that I read on the Minecraft forum a while back. So I think this is a pretty neat trick. And then we'll put in some pool cue holders right here. And then we can probably hide another one of those little lamp guys up over here. Just like that. Okay. So this is that's the lounge, I think. I'll probably go through and add in some pictures and then maybe put on a little console or a few TVs on the side. I think it's important that when you have a warship, that what's going on with current mission, the stats of the ship, all that stuff are present in every area of the ship. So I'll figure out an area where I can put in those command blocks, or not those command blocks, those consoles. All right, so that'll be that. We will go on and do the gym here. I need to invent some equipment, so I'm going to do that off camera. But we are going to go ahead and do this little washroom area right here. And we're just going to finish up this area real quick. One of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to make this just a single stall washroom, as opposed to a double stall like I did previously. And that allows us to put in a little bit different of a style of a toilet. So let me get those blocks up that I need for that. So we need a quartz slab, and we need one of those, and then we need, well, let me just go back over into this crew area here and just pull the blocks for the toilet. And oops, that's fine. Oops, shoot. Let me redo that. I'll do that later in here. Actually, let me just do it real quick right now. My apologies, I'm rambling. There we go. All right. All right, so let's go in here and we'll throw down our toilet. Let's see if I can get it from here. Perfect. And then we'll put the paper roll right there. All right, great. All right, I think that'll work. We should probably go through and add a strip of this around the top just to increase the height. And we should probably do that right here for the shower stalls as well. Oops. All right. And then we just need to throw in a shower head and then a temperature control, and then this room will be done. Okay, I think that's all for this room here. Again, I'm going to come back. Yeah, I actually need to come back and I need to adjust the lighting in this room, but I need to figure that out because I need to get rid of some. If I need to fill in these blocks and such here. But anyway, I'm going to work on some of the gym equipment. So I'm going to come back in a few minutes. I'm going to show you what I have. All right, so I finished up the gym equipment, which I'll show you in just a moment. Before that, I want to show you some of the changes I made in this washroom. So as you can see, I put in some fluorescent style lighting, like what I did in other parts of the ship. As I mentioned before, I'm still not 100% sure whether I'm going to go with this lighting scheme or not. Once I decide later on in the build what lighting scheme I want to go with, I'll come back to this room and make some modifications. But I also changed out these cauldrons here. So originally there were some quartz steps that were acting as a placeholder for a sink, and then I've gone through and I just put in some cauldrons that allows me to hide some sea lanterns underneath, and then use some buttons there for kind of for taps that have temperature control, and a spigot as well. Yeah, so when I added in the bath mats, and underneath the bath mats there's sea lanterns as well. So all in all, I think I'm okay with this room. We'll come back and revisit it once I've decided on a design guideline for the lighting. Now we'll go and look at the gym equipment that I made. And so we've got a few pieces of equipment. We've got a couple little seating areas. These can also be used like if you were to hold on to weights and like step up and step down, as you often see people doing in the gyms. We've got some racks over here on this side. These would hold things like hula hoops or jumping ropes or any sort of gym equipment that doesn't have an exact home, like a weight rack or something like that. It would go over in this area. I got a few other larger pieces of equipment. We've got a Stairmaster right here. And then we also have a treadmill right here. I'll probably put in a similar console style up on top. And I may change out this cobblestone for something else. Making gym equipment in this patch of the game is actually quite difficult. It's not my favorite thing to do, and I'll just stick to building starships. So, but that's what I have there for right now. I've got a weight rack here. And then right here is one of those, I don't know what the machine is called, but it's the type of one where you sit down and you adjust the weight at the back and you pull the bars towards you, and it works the muscles in your body. I don't know very much about gym equipment, but that's what I have there right now. So as I mentioned, it's making gym equipment in this patch of the game is quite difficult. Some of the new blocks that came out in 1.14 I think might be better suited to making gym equipment, but I actually haven't had a chance to play around with that patch very much. But yeah, I've just been focused on building this carrier here. So anyway, this is the gym and this is the lounge. The next thing that we're going to work on is up over here. We may do this, or we may even move on to something else. We're going to work on probably the kitchen area, as well as this mess hall that wraps around the entire front of the ship and off to the side over there. So yeah, I think that'll be all for today's episode. As always, if you like what you see, please just let me know. And if there's anything that you'd like to see change or like to see included in the episode, just please leave a comment down below. And also let me know whether you like this style of episode where I kind of take you along as I do the building, or the style that I've been doing in the past where I kind of build a few things off camera, come back and show you that. So just let me know one way or the other. And I'd appreciate you taking your time to watch the video. And have a great day.